Is Space 220 worth the hype or the price? We got extremely lucky on our last visit to Epcot and were able to make it into the iconic Space 220, which has been on our Disney bucket list since it opened. After we checked in for our dining, we were given a space elevator boarding pass to head up to the Centauri space station. Already, from just the space elevator ride alone, we knew that this was going to be an incredibly unique dining experience. Once we made it up to the actual space station, there was already lots of cool things to look at before we even made it to our actual table. Then we turned our ticket in and were taken into the actual restaurant, which was so cool. It genuinely feels like you're eating lunch in a space station overlooking Earth. And the restaurant was constantly changing. Every time we looked out the window, we would see something different. There's a bunch of examples here, but we saw all sorts of space shuttles and astronauts and all sorts of different things out the windows while we were eating lunch, and we even saw a hidden Mickey made out of space matter. Once we sat down, I started out with an up-all-night espresso martini, which actually came with freeze-dried ice cream in it, and I also tried the Illumination cocktail, which was not my favorite, but it did come with boba in it. And our son got the Starship lemonade because he loved that it came in a rocket ship glass, and it was cute and fun to play with. Starting with the kids' food, Phoenix picked chicken tenders for his food, and then he also got to pick a dessert, and he got this cool ice cream where they actually poured chocolate on top of his dessert and it melted down into the bowl. We were there during lunchtime, and the only real difference between lunch and dinner is that dinner is a little bit more expensive, and lunch does not include a dessert. For adults, it only comes with a starter and an entree. For my food and my husband's food, we tried an assortment of different items, and all of them were really good, but my favorite thing we had was the salmon. Even though dessert is not included in the prefix price you pay, you can add it on to your lunch, which is what we did. But honestly, we thought the desserts were only okay. They looked very pretty, but they didn't taste that great. And before I tell you the price, one last thing that was very cool at Space 220 was they do give out to kids these very fun collectible trading cards. We love Space 220, but it is definitely an expensive dining choice. For everything we showed you here in the video, we paid $237.50 before tip.